This is a 2007 Subaru Tribeca. I'll show you guys how to replace the oil, do an oil change. So we have the vehicle on the lift, obviously. A lot of times there's going to be an engine bay cover here, a plastic piece, but this time there isn't. Right here is a 17 millimeter plug, and we're going to remove that and drain all the oil from it. So let's do that first. Okay, so I like to have a bucket like this. Just put it down here, and we're going to slowly take this off, let it drip a little bit. I'm going to lift the bucket up here, unscrew it, make sure you don't let that drop in the bucket, and drain the oil. Okay, so it's draining right now. If you have the time, I just let it drain for a while. If you have the vehicle on the lift, you probably want to lower it so there's not that much splashing going on. But we're just going to let it drain until there's not much coming out. Put the plug back in, and then the oil filter is right here, and I'll show you how to remove that. Okay, now we're gonna tighten this, and we're gonna tighten it to about about 25 to 30 pounds of torque. You don't want to over tighten it because you can strip it. So that's how you do it. If you don't have a torque wrench, you want to tighten it by hand and then give it a quarter to a half turn after you tighten it by hand. Okay, next we're going to do the oil filter. You should have a tool. So you kind of want to loosen it. You have the filter we're putting in. You want to put oil all the way around this right here. So what we're going to do is I kind of just like to dip it a little bit and make sure that's all on there, and then kind of take my finger and run it around. And next we're just gonna put it on. A lot of people wonder how tight you want to go. I actually like to do it just hand tight. So just go as tight as you can with your hand, and that should do it. Okay, now we're gonna fill the oil up, and I just have a little tube here, and this thing's like $2 at Walmart, and it helps a lot. So let's start pouring. Now what I want to do with this oil capacity is about 6.5 quarts, 6 to 6.5. But what I like to do is put about 5 quarts in, turn the vehicle on for about 10 seconds, and check the oil, and then fill it up half a quart, check the oil again, and then just keep doing that until you get the right amount. Obviously, if it's not even showing on the stick, then you're gonna fill it up more than just half a quart. So let's put these 5 quarts in. Okay, now I'm gonna start the vehicle. 10 seconds. Turn it off. I'm gonna go check again. The oil check areas here. Let's wipe it off first. And check. And it's just barely on the dipstick. If you can see that, it's on the very bottom. So let's put another quart in. Okay, let's let that drain and then check again. And now we are, you can see right there, about 1/3. So let's put another about a half quart in. Okay, and check it again. And there we have it, a little bit above the top, but that's good enough. Okay, so we're gonna just like to put this in my oil right there. Put this on. And then just for good measure, we're gonna start the car again for 10 seconds and then check the fluid level one more time. So every time you check the fluid, make sure you wipe it off first. And perfect, the fluid level is right underneath the dot. So that was perfect. That's how you do a full oil change. Also, if you want to go underneath after you do the oil change and just make sure there's no leaks. So that looks good. And that looks good as well.